Hello everyone, and welcome back to Real Living, and welcome if you're new. My name is Ashley, and today we have a ton of stuff going on. We've got all the Halloween decorations going up on the outside of the house, as well as a small little upgrade to the kitchen and a recipe. So come along with me and let's get motivated. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Outside Halloween decorations. It's time to get all that. We've got a bunch of spiders that are going to go along here. Out here is going to be the graveyard, that whole little section right there. Spider web going up here. We've got an archway that's going to connect the fence line. And some stuff that's going to go along the fence line, try to make this a haunted driveway. So, got a lot to do. Hopefully it'll all come together. So the very first thing that we start with every single year, whether it's Halloween or Christmas, is this arch that we put up. We figured out how to do this a couple years ago. We have a couple of large, not large round, but long PVC pipes that we put together, and we have a couple of metal stakes in the ground that are sitting up about 2 feet out of the ground. So once we get the pole wrapped with all of our lights, whether it's Halloween lights or Christmas lights, we will then take one end of the pole, put it in the stake, and then bend it until I can get it into the other stake. And then we will zip tie it to the fence so that it won't move when the wind blows and stuff like that. The first time we did this, it was Christmas time, and it ended up being one of the best ideas we've ever come up with, because we put some of those icicle lights on there. And this arch makes a huge difference to the driveway, whether it's just a simple lighting display for Halloween like we're doing here, or the more dramatic displays that we do for Christmas. But the very first thing is always, always, always getting this arch up in the driveway.
Looking back at the good times before it all went down, climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But
Once the arch was up in place and secured to the fence, we moved on to the side of the yard that's going to get the most decorations. We started with the biggest spider web that we have, and then we moved on to the graveyard area and decorating the driveway area. We ended up a couple years ago, after Joe's car accident. He has a lot of problems walking too much on his knee. He's had a surgery on his knee, and it's just not getting any better. So we ended up no longer going out trick-or-treating. So what we do is we'll decorate the house and the driveway to make it as close to a haunted driveway as possible. This year it definitely turned out a lot better because we have a lot more stuff. But our main thing is we try to draw the trick-or-treaters to us instead of us going to the trick-or-treaters. And to make that deal a little bit better for the kids, we ended up telling them that our deal was if they could stay home with us instead of going out trick-or-treating, and we can serve trick-or-treaters instead of being a trick-or-treater, whatever candy is left over once the trick-or-treaters are gone, they get to keep it. So we don't get the cheap candy. We usually go for the more expensive candy, like chocolate, Hershey's chocolate, Reese's, things like that. So we go for the candy that we would want because the kids are going to be the ones that end up eating the rest of the candy once Halloween is over. The next part is the awning area. We call it the downstairs porch. This is where we hang out when we don't feel like being up on the dining room. This is our hangout area when friends come over and stuff like that. Keeps everything out of the house, and we enjoy the fresh air of being on the downstairs porch. So it is a carport, but we use it as a downstairs porch. We don't park the cars in there. So we wanted to decorate this area pretty much full of spiders. So we've got a big spider web on the one side, and then we're going to move over to the big shrub on the side, and we're going to totally cover that with spider webs as well. But before we put the spider webs on the shrub on the other side, we put white lights up underneath so that it could make the spider web and the spiders on it glow at night, so that it's a lot easier to see when the trick-or-treaters come up in here to get their candy.
Everything that we could have been, but I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability.
Time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat, yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Now, no words, no more, no. I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Now, no words, no more, no. trying to patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh, na na na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat, yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know that now, no, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, no, no. We're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, no, no. Yeah.
We tried to get everything done in a single day, but once we got everything up, there was a couple of things that we felt like we were missing. So we did go on Amazon and we did get a couple more things. The blow up in the previous clip with the big ghost, that is a 12-foot ghost. Joe is the one who likes to pull the strings and stake them down and everything, because I feel like he has a little bit more of better judgment when it comes to the way things flex and move with the wind and everything. So I usually am the one that just tells Joe and his dad where I want stuff, and they're the ones that put my vision into reality. So all I have to do is say, well, I would like it to look like this and have it, you know, a certain way, and they will do their best to make my vision come true. There are times where they have to, you know, change it up, and it's not going to work there. But most of the time, it pretty much does work the way we want. These two last decorations that I'm putting up, we had to wait until they arrived. So that's why it took until a couple days later. I think it was only 2 days after the first clip, but it was just the witch and the headless horseman that we had to get up, and then the decorations were done.
I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that done now. No, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know that done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, no, no. We're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, no, no. Yeah. Like two magnets, we are drawn to each other. You just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I erased your number, but still I find myself calling in the middle of the night, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it.
I am obsessed with the way the house turned out this year. Last year, it wasn't as elaborate. We had a few things around, but not as much. So just to see the progress from last year to this year, it's just incredible. I don't have any footage from last year because I didn't start my YouTube channel until late November. So it was after Halloween. But this year is definitely a lot better than last year when it comes to the amount of decorations and also the way that we put them up. The big light that lights up the yard, it does have a switch on it now. So Halloween night, I will be able to turn that big light off so that everything's darker and you can see more of the lights and the ghost and the witch and things like that. But it's a lot easier to walk around with the animals when that light's still on, so that's why it's still on in the video. But I am obsessed with the way it turned out this year.
There is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. Feel the same. Oh, there's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite.
The clown that's in this one, it works when it wants to. Something's going on with the sensor. But I wanted to ask you guys to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of all these outside decorations. I'm kind of obsessed with the spider web on the shrub, but I want to know what your guys' favorite part of the outside decorations is.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel
Okay, so now that all the decorations are done inside and out, I've got to get in this kitchen. This kitchen is horrible. We brought some tools in here because later on today we're going to be putting up, I know it's upside down, but we're going to be putting up a new light. We've got some ceiling paint for touch-up work. I've got a ton of stuff to get out of here. And I want to start dinner in the slow cooker. So, I got a lot to get done in here. So, now that everything outside and the decoration-wise is done, time to deep clean this kitchen. Now, I did film the Tupperware stuff a couple of days before this. It was a business opportunity for me, but also a opportunity for me to get my kitchen more organized. Because as I said in that clip, getting storage containers that I really like can be difficult. Because sometimes more times than not, their lids don't fit the way that I like them. So I was really happy that that company reached out to me and offered me some Tupperware, and I am definitely more than happy to take 5 minutes and put it into one of my videos for you guys. But definitely going to list it all in the description below, so if you guys need containers and stuff for your kitchen to get it more organized, it will definitely be in the description below. But moving on to the kitchen, it had gotten so bad from all the boxes and just everything because we were outside working quite a bit, and there's just been a lot going on. So this kitchen was absolutely horrible, and I needed to get it done so that we can work on the light later on in the evening. And I also needed to get it cleaned up because I had to start dinner early this day, because one thing ended up cooking all day long and the other had to be done early so that it could sit in the fridge and cool.
Driving somewhere in your car, we can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. We can do what we like. We can do what we like, baby, while we're young.
So for today's recipe, it's actually 2 recipes. I started off by getting everything ready and prepped, including the onions and everything. But I was making a potato salad, and I'm going to be making a barbecue pork for pulled pork sandwiches. So starting off, I'm getting everything prepped up, getting the potatoes cut up and ready to start boiling. I cut up a whole onion, and then I took some of those slices of onion and chopped them into pieces for the potato salad. Green onions for the potato salad. I cooked up some bacon and things like that. So As always, I'm going to list my recipe and the steps I followed in the description below. I have a bad habit of not being very good at describing what I'm doing as I'm doing it, especially when it comes to cooking food. It's a lot easier for me to sit down and just write out the steps that I take to do it all. But that's the main reason why I don't sit there and speak as I'm cooking. It gets a little distracting, and it can not work out as well. So I try to do the voiceovers and then list everything that I do, all my ingredients and everything in the description. But I hope you guys enjoy it that way. If you don't, let me know. I will do my best to try to communicate a little bit better as I'm cooking or anything like that. I'm still getting used to all of this, even the voiceovers, the cooking aspect. This is all still extremely new to me, so I'm doing the best I can, and I love it when you guys give me pointers, so never be afraid to do that.
We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars. Baby, while we're young. You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. You got me feeling uncomplicated. Whatever happens is meant for us. Rushing into all the situations. Whatever happened, we came there first. Go a little wild, it's your personal expression. Far over the line, tell me we ain't something special. Wrap me around your solar system, make me do whatever that you want me to do. You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Maybe forget about the consequences. Wherever we're going, we're going.
After the potato salad was done, I got it in the refrigerator. I got the pork roast in the slow cooker to cook all day with the onions. And I wanted to clean up all the dishes that I used to prep dinner. And then go ahead and get my stove cleaned and my floors cleaned. Everything in here pretty much got done by about, I want to say 11:30 in the morning. And then I was able to take most of the rest of the day off while I waited for Joe's dad to get home so that he could help Joe with the light in the kitchen, the little light upgrade that we're doing.
Fast. On top of the world of our independence, laughing whenever we screw it up. Go a little wild, it's your personal expression. Far over the line, tell me we ain't something special. Wrap me around your solar system, make me do whatever that you want me to do. You got me dancing in your storm, burning showing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your store. I'm looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego. Your ego. Your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lacking everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some.
So once the pork comes out, the first thing you want to do is take the bone out of it and take the fat off of the top so that it's not too much fat. I like to take 2 forks and just pull it apart as best you can, and then you add your favorite barbecue sauce. We like to use Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy, but any barbecue sauce that you guys like is going to be great with this pork. And then once it's all mixed up, you just put it on a sandwich, put some potato salad on the side, and you have a meal fit for a king.
Just from time to time, inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego. Your ego. Your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lacking everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes with his humble act.
So this light here has been a part of the house since we bought it, probably long before we even moved in or anything like that. This light has been here forever. The past year and a half, 2 years, I would say, it started to give us some problems turning on and stuff like that. The bulbs are good, but I think the connection or the wiring or something is going on because it is a super old light. So we decided we were going to upgrade it. Now, when we took this light down, it was horrible underneath it. We didn't take it down or anything when we painted the house. We probably should have, but we didn't. So we did have to bring the ceiling paint out and touch everything up and make sure that it all blended and looked good. But once we replace this light with the new one, I am absolutely in love with the way that it looks, the way it makes my kitchen look. It is definitely a much needed upgrade for this kitchen, and I am so happy with it.
Everlasting ego. Someone hurt your feelings not that long ago, and every bit of you couldn't face the truth.
this is the end of the video, but before I left, I wanted to show you guys what Joe got me for my anniversary. I am obsessed with anything Disney or Tim Burton, and he got me this set with the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm in love with it. I keep having the debate with him that I'm going to use them for Halloween and Christmas. He insists it's a Christmas movie, or a Halloween movie, excuse me. He thinks it's a Halloween movie. I think it's both. So maybe y'all can leave me some comments down below to settle the debate. But now that the kitchen's done and everything's in place and the Halloween decorations are done, everything looks so good in the house, and I am so happy with the way it turned out. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on a video that I post. But until next Friday, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all then.